Hi everyone, I'm Monica. Welcome back to my channel, Mon's Paper Crafts. Each week I'll be bringing you a new project to do, and this week's project I've chosen a card in a box. So we'll be doing that. If you do like the video, I'd really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up and hit subscribe and the little bell next to it so that you'll be notified of every video that I post each week, and share if you think someone else may enjoy this video also. So we will get started. I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get to it. Okay, so here we are. This is the lovely box in a card. Oops, the wrong way around. And open it up and you've got your little greeting there. And we just have a little drawer. And I did put a little bit of felt in there and a tissue. And I did put some paper in the bottom of the drawer just to make it look a little bit pretty. And here is an example. I've just got a little necklace that you could put in there. You could put earrings, you could put any little trinkets in there, candles, or a small candle. But mainly it would be for jewellery, something really cute like that. And look on the sides. So with the paper that I've used, the suite that I used on this one is called Pressed Petals. It's a specialty, the new paper from Stampin' Up! That's come out. So I'll just give you a quick look through. It's really pretty paper. It's not as thick as most of the DSPs, but you get 4 sheets of each design and double-sided. So they're really nice. I like them. So I've got these ones, the blues. And again, it's got like a garden type on the back there. This one here, it's got the script writing. And these ones here you can actually cut up, which is what I did with this one here. And I use that for the inside. As you can see, I just chopped it up a little bit. And these are great for card fronts as well, to make a really easy card. Just need to add a little greeting on the front, and you can use a bit of Wink of Stella and some jewels and you're ready to go. 5-minute card. There's some wood grain on the back of that one. And this one's just the nice green leaves with the linen look on the back. And then this is the one that I did use on the box here. Oh, that one, I think we've already gone through that one. So anyway, that's what we've used. And I will go through what we need. So with the cardstock, I've chosen Sahara Sand. So you need the cardstock. This one measures 3 inches by 12 inches. So you're going to need one of your 12-inch cardstocks. And I will, as usual, be putting everything listed down below, the measurements and your scoring. So this one we score at 3, 4, 7, 8 and 11, but I will be doing that with you. Then for the drawer, you'll need a piece of cardstock 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, and that's just scored 1 inch all around. For the outside of the box and the inside here, you'll be needing 2 of 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So I've chosen a different sort of paper. And then for the greeting, which is just stuck on my stand, for this one here, that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then for the sides, we will need 6 pieces. So that'll cover the 2 on the outside here and the 4 around the box. So I've covered all the sides around the box, as you can see. And they measure, oh, I didn't put the measurements on those ones. I think they are, sorry about that, 3/4 by 2 7/8. But anyway, I will write that down. I have written them down and I will write it down below, so don't panic too much, I will get there. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in so we can start scoring. And so we've got on the 12-inch side, our first scoring is at 3. Move it up to 4. Then to 7. and then 8, and then at 11. Okay, so we've got that out the way, and then with the box, with the drawer, we're just scoring 1 inch all around. I did pre-score that, so 1 inch. And then 1 inch. Okay, so that's all the scoring that we need. I'll just pop the trimmer away. Now, as if you've pre-cut everything, it's easier to put on all your papers before you fold and glue everything up. So what I'm going to do with the drawer here, we will cut that up first before we burnish it. So we're going to cut up to that first score line there, and then we're just going to take a little slither out. This just stops the box from being bulky. And then we also just trim a little bit off the edge, just like that. Okay, so we're going to do it on the other side. Whoop. And then trim a little bit off the edge. Just turn it around and do the same thing up to the first score line there. And then take a little bit off the edge. And the last one. Okay, so that's all that done. Just pull that off. So what I'm going to do now is glue the sides on, the 4 sides of the paper that we've got here. You can either use liquid glue or tape runner. I'm just going to go for my liquid glue. Okay. So if it was directional paper, then what I would do to make sure I've got it upright is I would just fold it like that and make sure that the direction goes facing downward. As this one isn't, it doesn't matter which way you glue it on. And this one I've cut a little bit too long, so I'm just going to trim that. Oh, still a bit too long. Mustn't have been watching what I was doing when I did that one. Them all a tad too long. That's all right. I'll just snip the ends off with the scissors. It's quite a quick and easy project to do. And I have a little bit of excess glue. I'm just going to wipe that off. Okay, so we've got all the paper on the sides now. So what we're going to do is get some score tape and just put a little bit on the edge there, on the inside. That just gives it a little bit of extra strength. With boxes, I always like to have a little bit of score tape there. And just get your piecing tool and just take the tops off. I do 2 at a time. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the outside. And once that all dries, they'll be very, very strong. Oh, I did forget to burnish those, sorry. I'm going to just do it by hand, but you do want to do it with your bone folder because it does give you a nice crisp line. And we're just going to fold them corners in. And take the tops off this. And some more glue on the outside. And again, we just fold those on the inside, corner to corner. Just give it a good press. And I do this every time. I forgot to cut the little notch out, but that's all right. It's not too deep, so we can cut the notch out now. I just used it was a 3/4 inch punch, and just eyeball the middle of it. You just want to take a little bit out, like that. So it slides in. So there you go, that's that done. And we will just fit in. You can put paper down the bottom if you want to, but that's an option. If you're going to cover it and put some nice tissue paper in there or felt like I've done, there's no need to do that. So now what we'll do is we will burnish the outside of the card box. Now you'll notice that on this end there is no excess, but this one here you've got the scoring line there. That's where you're going to put the tape, and that's where it's going to fold into your box like that. That's how we get our box card, if you can see that. So we're going to put tape just on that end there. I'm going to put 2 rows. And before I do that, I'm going to glue on my papers. So we've got the 2 shorter ones for the sides there, so we can put those on first. Well, it's a dreary day out there. It's starting to rain again. We've had lots of rain. Which is good for the garden. So to work out what the cover is, all you do is you just hold it like that. And then you know you're going to be opening it that way. So I just lay it up like that. This is if you have a directional paper, that's probably more important. As this one isn't, it's not going to matter too much. Front, and then I'm going to put the same paper on the inside there. Okay, so we know that goes, so we're almost there. So what we will do is a little bit of stamping on our greeting. I just have used the little butterfly from the Butterfly Gala stamp set and the Well Said, the Happy Birthday from the Well Said set that comes in a two pack. I'll list them below if you're interested. And we are now going to use Rich Razzleberry. Of course, you can use whatever greeting you'd like to. And then I'll think a little bit of the old olive is what I used for the butterfly. I'll just stamp that in the corner there. So that's done. And we want to put that here. Like I said, I find it just easier to add all my papers first before putting it together. There we go, you can see that fits. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the tape. And again, just add a little bit of your glue just around the edges. And we're just going to fold that in and press that down. And there we go. Got that done. And I'm just going to take the little felt piece out of the drawer so you can see what that looks like. Pop that in. And the drawer fits in snugly. So it's still enough room for everything to come out. And you can always push it in from that side if you need to. You've still got that little notch there. And we're just going to decorate the front just a little bit. So I'm going to use some green, I'm just going to take that out the drawer. I'm going to use some green twine. So I might do a grating on the front of that as well, because it's pretty plain. So I've got some very vanilla, and what I'm going to do is get the butterfly, and I'm going to stamp off on that twice because I want the greeting to go over it. Like that. I'm going to do the happy birthday again. I try to use as much as I can of the same thing, because otherwise you end up with 10 stamp sets out, which I quite often have done in the past. And if you're trying to do something that is quick, that doesn't really help too much. So now what I've done here is I'm going to get my sponger, which I did have here. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, I've got another one here, so I'm just going to use that. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. Let's get these ink pads out of the way. So you're just going to need 2 of those. I'll put it on an angle, I like things on an angle. And I've got some green twine. You can use linen thread. I did use linen thread on the other one, but this one I've got some green twine which I had left over. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use a little glue dot just to hold it in while I wind it around, just makes it a little bit easier. Put that up there. I'm just going to put the end of the twine into the glue dot. You can see that will hold it. And I'm just going to wind it around, say, three times. Oops, I think that's going to go rolling on the floor, so I'm going to just pop it there. Cut that off. I'm just going to stick that into the glue dot there. Hold that in place. And then what I'm going to do is get some extra bit of twine and fold it in half. And half again. And I'm going to make a bow. I have to give myself plenty of twine. You might not have to, but I do. So just use as much as you think you want to. Just pull it tighter so you can make it smaller. And I'm just going to cut the excess off there. You can leave them a little bit longer if you like. So you could either, looks like spiders there, I don't like that. I'm not a fan. A bit smaller. And I'm just going to add a glue dot on the back of that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of that so that it won't fall off. And there we go. Another thing you can do is you can get your Wink of Stella and just go over the pink leaf, the pink flowers. Just gives them a bit of a lift. I don't know if you can see that, if the light has catched that. And I'll just go around the box. I actually did that with the blue. I put Wink of Stella there as well. I think you can see that. And also on the side of the box. A little bit of sparkle, never hurt anyone. And you don't need to be careful, it's not going to come off. And there we are, back to the front again. And I might just put a few rhinestones on the top to finish it off. And then we're done. So that was nice and quick. Okay, there we are. We're all done. I hope you enjoyed today's project. I thought they were really, really quite cute. A lovely idea to give as gifts. Christmas time is a good time as well for birthdays. Little thank you note. And I'll show you again the inside. So thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a great week. And I will be back here next week with another project for you. So bye for now.